Tony Gonzales, the guy who had an affair with a staffer, has now finally admitted to it after it became just unavoidable. It was so obvious that it happened that his lies could no longer stand. We had the emails, we had the texts and all that. So he went on this super friendly to MAGA podcast, the Joe Pags show or whatever, to respond to the allegations. Take a look.
Was there a relationship with this young lady who was working in your office?
You know, very, very direct, Pags. I made a mistake and I had a lapse in judgment and there was a lack of faith. And I take full responsibility for those actions. Since then, I've reconciled with my wife, Angel. I've asked God to forgive me, which he has.
Okay, hold up. Three major problems with that. First of all, he started by saying very direct. Bitch, you could have been direct literally months ago when people started talking about this. This is not direct. You waited until the final second before admitting it. And then, oh my God, they're trying to claim that like he takes full responsibility. You're taking full responsibility? You waited until after the primary actually happened before admitting it. This is the least responsibility you could take. I mean, I guess he could have gone to the grave with it, I suppose, but it doesn't even matter because we know that it happened. We saw the text messages. And then finally, and this is a thing that a lot of these fake Christians do, I made my peace with God and he forgave me. Who the hell are you to say what God decided? Oh, what are you, the freaking Pope? You can appeal to God to forgive you. You can't say that he did. You're not God. Every one of these Republicans seems to think that they're God. They think that they're like the main character of the entire world or whatever. That's not on you. And by the way, they say this stuff knowing that it's not gonna really bother Christians. And by the way, I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, but it really should bother you guys when they come out and say, oh yeah, no, I talked to him, I left him a text message. He was like, no, it's cool, buddy. And he just gave a thumbs up emoji. That should anger you so much. He should be like, I made a mistake and I've appealed to God for forgiveness, but I'm gonna work the rest of my life to earn that forgiveness, both from my wife and from God. No, that's not what they do. They're just like, yeah, I'm good. I talked about it, we chatted and we're good. That should infuriate you Christians so infinitely more than it did. And by the way, he had previously said that the affair allegations are just blackmail. It's coordinated political attacks. So he is a massive freaking liar, a massive, massive freaking liar. And I will remind you all that they didn't just have the affair, she ended up taking her own life. And in this clip, he references that.
When Miss Santos passed away, it was a shock to everyone. You know, some of the reports are saying that she was not thriving at work. It's exact opposite. When this happened on a Sunday. I got the call on a Sunday that she was in the hospital. Sunday morning, and I found out an hour later that she had passed. Right. It was a shock to everyone.
Any and every headline that we see about this story makes the assertion, they're not out and out saying it, but they make the assertion that she committed suicide because of you. You don't think you had anything whatsoever to do with it?
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he also said he had nothing to do with her in terms of the affair. So by the way, I haven't seen any evidence that indicated that he was involved in it, that he either led to it or did it himself. But the only thing we know about him, other than the fact that they had an affair, is that he is a massive, massive liar. And he will wait until way too late to admit his lies. And so when it comes to even her death, I don't know why. Why should we trust him? At this point, he's a massive liar. And that Joe Pags guy, by the way, I guess he at least asked a question about the death, but you're just gonna like you'd be cool with the fact that this guy has been lying to MAGA, lying to Texan Republicans. I personally think that Texans deserve far better than this guy who lies to their face over and over and over again. And instead you have this podcaster just working to do damage control for this freaking liar. Sabrina, what do you think?
I think Tony Gonzales is the worst. I mean, not only did he not seem to be emotional, especially, you know, he's now admitted that yes, he did have an affair, but he wasn't even all that emotional when discussing, you know, her death, her potential suicide. What an absolute monster. I'm sure with men like these, and I can't speak for him necessarily, but I'm sure there's some relief for him that it's like, oh, thank goodness she's not around ananymore, because he did not 100%. Seem to show any emotion when discussing her like that. What a monster. The words that I have, I'm probably not allowed to say live, but I'm disgusted, and I hope that he never serves political office in the future after this ever again.
I totally agree.
That's a liar.
100%. He was stone-faced. Like, yeah, no, we were devastated when she died. Oh my God, this guy is an absolute monster. Now, the last update will end on this. House leadership, the Republican Party has called on him to drop his reelection bid as they do an investigation or whatever. But as of right now, it doesn't look like he intends to, because the entire world, the entire universe, it is just what he wants it to be. That's all. He'll lie to you, doesn't matter. Go F off. He'll lie to you. He'll have an affair. He'll lie to his wife about it. He'll lie about talking to God or whatever. Maybe lying about the death. God only knows. You can't trust this guy. He should not be in charge of literally anything.